see here for example, you're creating a cal day, and if you say 1 day for the upper limit, it means that it will extract up to the third, and it deliberately leaves 1 day data. So the data which is posted today won't be extracted, and data up to yesterday is extracted, so that we won't miss the data. But and in the next extraction, we will get the today's data, and we will miss the latest day in the next extraction. So here, if you select the upper limit, it means that you will never be able to extract the most recent data. So, but you are making sure that there is a safety interval. That means the data won't vanish, like if in case of us or something. So for that purpose, we are giving the safety interval 1. Just like that, there is a lower limit safety interval. So here in lower limit, the idea behind it is you to give the, to extract the data twice rather than to miss the data. So here, what will happen is there is a in upper limit. In upper limit, you are extracting up to yesterday's data. So you are extracting up to yesterday's data, and you are deliberately missing a 1 day recent data. Which is today. And for example, we have extracted one last week, right? We have extracted last week, and that means 27. So here we have in lower limit, what we are doing is we are deliberately adding the previous loaded data. For example, we have extracted the data up to 27th last week, but we are what we are giving is a lower limit 1 day. That means it will extract 27 again. Here, when you give, this is what will happen when you give 1 here, and when you give 1 in lower limit, we are deliberately extracting 5. So for that purpose, we are extracting 2706, which we already have extracted in the last extraction, but we are still adding that day data by selecting the lower limit safety interval, so that we don't miss any data. For example, in real time, you have a danger of missing the data if there are no safety intervals in the data. So, for example, you are loading for the time to 23:45, 23:55, and after this time there is another day you have extracted at this point of time in 27, and in 28. We are loading the data from 28 to the third, and then the time between 23:55 and 00. So here, anything like 0001, all the data between these times will be missing. So this is the, for this purpose, we have safety intervals. we are not going to miss the data, but deliberately we can either delay the data. I mean, we can either miss the most recent data, or we can extract the previous data twice, or we can use both of them as combination. It is up to us. But generally speaking, real time. I mean, generally, real-time perspective speaking, here you can only use the one safety interval according to your requirement. For example, if you have used the upper limit safety interval, then you can directly add it to the info cube without without having DSO, so that because it is a additive delta, the data source will be additive data, and you can directly send it to the info cube. Here you will have in lower limit you will have after image created, and you should have DSO between the data source and info cube. Standard, in order to create additive deltas, you should have standard DSO. So for that, for this, these are the changes. These are the differences between safety interval. Here we have given one upper limit. We can directly load it to the queue. So once you save this, you can have the selections for your data source. Now your data source is created. You can see the extract structure here. It is created, and you have to give the selections. There you can select ERNAM and purchasing organization. Here, company code. So here you can add the selections and you can save them. So now your data source is created. You can display rather than create. Now here you have a data source which is displayed with the extract structure generated. So when you click the extract structure, double click on this, you will have it just like a database table. It will show the field. So here, once you create the generic data source, you have to go to RSA 6 and check your data source once. Here you see in we have given as a application component, so it must be available here. That purchasing we have created, right? Yeah, this is the data source, that PUR v underscore ds. So it is available here. So it is activated now. And you go to the RFC3 and check the data in your data source underscore v underscore zpur v underscore, what's the name? Um, ds, is it? VDS.
No, it wasn't that.
V underscore ds. That was that I was giving a PUR. Here you have zpur v underscore ds. Here you will see all the selections here. And when you extract the data, you should have the same number of data as of the view. So here we have to change the selections for that. Here we can make 10,000 here and some 25 extraction calls. So now select the data. It is 28,864. I don't know whether it is the number. So here is the view. Now we will display. Yeah, it is the same number 28,864. Now, if you want to, once you created the view and the data source, you have three fields now. Either you can display, either you can change. You cannot create anywhere. You have already created. Either you can delete here. In RSO2 as well. Once you have created the view here, either you can change it later or display it, or you can directly delete it. So we have created the data source here in ECC, and we will see the creation of the data flow in BW for the database view tomorrow. So can we take the view for today? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we can take off for today. We'll see it tomorrow, so that I will go for the groceries.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Alright,
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye.